So anyway, number one with our versus vocalist head off.
Yeah, here we go. Bam, bam.
This is it. We're going to Van Halen, right?
We're going to start off with the big dogs. Yeah. So this is probably one of the most debated topics in the metal community. David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar. I mean, that's just the two of the most iconic vocalists in the genre. So
we're going to break it down, and the criteria by which we're going to break it down, we have kind of like a loose criteria, right? But we're going to kind of do our own thing on this too. But just basic stuff like your tone quality, your range.
Here's what we had listed. That's important to us, because we're not like, if you look up a lot of these like vocal judging competitions, there's like 39 different criteria. We took like the big ones. So we have range, tonal quality, dynamic rhythm, articulation, emotional expression, and then presence, charisma, and energy.
Damn.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of
stuff. It is. But, a lot of them kind of go together too. Like, if you're slurring your speech, your articulation's bad, you probably don't have great dynamic rhythm or energy and charisma.
Too many of these guys before the show, if you're slurring your speech.
Yeah. Yeah. On the other hand, if maybe one too many lines of Coca-Cola and you might go too much and just blow your vocal cords right out. So
easy on the Coca-Cola, people.
Yes. Be careful with the Coca-Cola. So, anyway, so let's kick this thing off. David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar to the song Panama. Here we go.
Where was the band? It was just like Diamond Dave in the ring, and that was it.
No, the band was on the stage. The ring came down in the middle of the crowd with David Lee Roth.
On that particular performance, I would go with Sammy. I feel like he had a little bit more melodic control and just better tone.
So I was just right there with you. I mean, as I was going to say, like, I mean, we were talking a little bit ahead of this, and I like Diamond Dave. I was into him and his era of Van Halen, maybe more like the songwriting and what he does on the albums. I was like, oh yeah. But then when I watched these clips, I was totally like, oh, I feel like Hagar did a better job with that.
He's definitely better live. He's got like better technique. For the criteria that we mentioned earlier, he's got like maybe more training, more traditional training, whereas Dave is kind of like a little bit more unorthodox and just kind of does his own thing, which can turn out really cool. You have that clip of the solo Vox.
Yeah. Hold on. Here it is. This is just amazing. And this, to my point, like you can listen to this and laugh and also be like, wow, there's some real good stuff there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That's real.
That's 100%. That's what it sounds like to give 100%. Like,
yeah,
either is so low, it's like negative 666. Like he's just going for it,
Yeah. Well, and I mean, to that point, I agree 100% with both of what you guys said. I think that they both exhibit a tremendous amount of energy and stage performance. I would say Dave actually has the edge on performance. I mean, he's like doing these high kicks and
yeah.
I mean, it's like just like watching him is just hilarious and entertaining. Now, Sammy did pull up his shirt, showed his abs. That was pretty cool. I'm sure half the crowd really enjoyed that. But in terms of vocals, Sammy has a richer vocal dynamic to me. I mean, it's just a little bit like you guys said. It's like he's got more control over it. Dave's a little bit loose, a little wild all over the place.
He's taking better care of his voice too. Like you can tell over the years. Like now, if you listen to the two of them, it's abundantly clear who's just taking better care of themselves in general. Sammy just sounds a lot better. But those songs, man, off those first couple Van Halen records, and just Diamond Dave's just really unorthodox delivery and approach. It's so just enchanting. I don't know. I really like it. It's hard to beat.
Yeah. So to me, this is like one of those cases where it's like a 9.5 against a 10. Where I think Sammy in this particular performance, right? Again, there might be 1,000 other examples where it goes the other way, but out of these two clips from Panama, like I think to me, Sammy just has that edge in terms of the vocal quality. So I think that's a unanimous 3-0 for Sammy.
Well, yeah, but if we're comparing this clip, I would still say from a Van Halen experience,
right?
I would still go Dave. Just for me, I like both of them, but like the songs and everything go with it, and the experience of the early Van Halen. I love the wild nature of it, what he's doing.
It's wild,
yeah. But for this particular clip, I'd go with Sammy. But I'd also agree with Pete. Just overall, probably Diamond Dave is going to get